What do Andrea Fea, Jean Meyer, a guy named Jack, Mark Bauer, and Amy Goodart have in common? They're all on this week's Behind the Velvet Ropes, so stay tuned because it's a crowded show. First up is fierce shoe designer Andrea Fea. So we're gonna go to the very top drawer, Wyndham Hotel, and meet him. See, we're very polite here. We open doors. Come on. Very swanky. Room 1202, that's where we're headed. 1202, please.
Sure.
You like working here?
Oh, yes.
Is everybody nice here?
Almost everybody.
Almost. Who's not? We'll report them. All right. There he is, waiting for us at the door. How are you?
Wonderful to meet you.
Oh,
Your coat,
gentlemen, thank you.
of course. Would you like some orange juice?
That would be nice, yeah. Yeah, that'd be lovely. Orange juice, I get service here, I like that. Do you want something, Gerard? Yeah, what do you want? Orange juice? Orange juice. You want something? Orange juice? We'll make it 3 orange juices, thank you.
Okay.
You know, we're gonna peek. Ooh, come here, look at these shoes. Wow. Glitzy. Refreshing. I'm sitting with the man, a shoe god, Andrea Fea, and I am loving your shoes. They're exquisite. What are those, crocodile?
They're homemade crocodile, yeah.
What do you mean homemade? You don't put it in the oven and bake them
No,
up?
they're not exactly quite, because I have made them in my own factory.
So you just make whatever you want?
Exactly.
How many pair of shoes do you have?
Not so many, about 50.
50? You should have more than that.
I know.
You have connections.
I know.
Now, you've been in business for many years.
30 years.
That's a long time.
For 21 years, I designed Young Klein shoes. And now, since 4 years, I'm designing Nina.
So that means you've designed thousands of shoes over the years. How do you still come up with, you know, all these intriguing ideas? Because they're very festive. I mean, your shoes have color, style.
Well, it's just I have to. This heel, for instance, is inspired by a doorknob,
Oh.
which I found here at a flea market on 26th Street.
We love 26th Street Flea Market. It's the
Right.
best. So you
Me
bought a
too.
doorknob, and that's where that
And-
came from.
Exactly.
You always do very glitzy. They're very feminine,
Yeah,
sexy. This is passion. This heel is, I see passion in this.
And this is for studies for next fall, for the millennium.
So this is a millennium heel.
Exactly.
I can't imagine what the millennium is going to be like, but if it's any indication, it's going to be fun.
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 Great fun.
You always do lots of color.
Yeah. I love color. I think color is very important. If you're in a sad day or a rainy day, if you wear red shoes, you feel different.
Now you have a sense of humor also in your
Yes.
shoes. That's like, oh, I'm hungry. I need some
No.
snacks. Can I just like pick a piece of fruit off the shoe?
This is again an inspiration from an antique bag I found in the flea market.
It seems now like everyone's really into the shoes. And they're getting more intricate shoes. They're getting more sexy, more feminine.
Exactly. Well, women love shoes, and you know, they're shoe fetishes, certainly. And
Do you have a shoe fetish?
no.
He lies. He does.
No.
He told me earlier he's like not
Well-
telling the truth.
Shoes are my life.
I love this book. When did this come out?
It hasn't been released yet in America. It just came out in Italy. It's the story about my life, private life.
What about your private life?
Nothing to hide.
Look,
Well,
you autographed it for me. I love that.
I built the company with my partner, Jean-Pierre Dupré, which is my business partner and my partner in my life.
That's
This
so
is me
romantic.
on my first school day in Switzerland. My parents, which are still alive.
Did your mother have like 5 million shoes?
Well, my father was in the shoe business. I grew up smelling shoes.
Smell? Oh, he sniffed. See, there comes the fetish. Sniff. I knew
Yeah.
there was something, you know. He wasn't gonna-
Coca and Cola, my Fox Terriers, which I adore.
kids. I have 3 of my own.
My celebrity friends.
Susan Sarandon.
Barbara
Hey,
Streisand, Elke Gazzara,
Oh, look.
Ursula Andress.
that's a good look. Janice Dickinson and Andy Warhol.
That's the famous hat Salvador Dali designed for Schiaparelli, and I owned it.
Some of your shoes, I think, can be worn today,
Absolutely.
even though they were designed maybe 10,
Yeah.
15 years ago. Very sexy. So you having fun in New York?
I love New York. Yeah, I have dinner with my friends. I have tons of friends here.
How long you been here this time?
A whole week. I got an award on Monday. I was inducted to the Hall of Fame
Excellent.
by the industry, which was wonderful.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I missed that dinner. I don't know. I wasn't invited. I guess I'm not rating here. Well, I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much.
Thank you,
I
Ellen,
love
so
your
much.
shoes.
Thank you very much.
I need that. Wow, I love those shoes. They were so sexy. Now we're gonna meet menswear designer Jean Meyer, who's making a statement with his men's studs. So let's go.
What are you recording us for?
For my TV show.
Really?
Yeah. You like fashion?
Do I like that?
Yeah, you look good.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes, I won these for my performance on Behind the Velvet Ropes, my Oscars. Just kidding. These actually belong to menswear designer Jean Meyer. How are you? These
Hi,
are
Lauren. How are you?
awesome.
Thank you. Yeah,
CF
they're heavy, aren't they?
Really heavy.
Yeah.
Very important. CFDA.
I think so, yep.
So what did you win this for? He was like, don't ask me, I forgot. No.
Well, one is for accessories for the ties, and one is for menswear collection.
Now, you do make a statement with your clothes, and I was looking around. You're very into color and pattern.
Right.
Why do you think it's taken so long for someone like you to come around and do that?
I think in the menswear area, it's a little bit difficult for men to accept a lot of pattern and a lot of color. We've even tried to tame it down a bit. So I'm sort of.
No, who
I'm
told
sort of,
you that? What do
No,
you
nobody
mean?
told me that. It's just, you see when you walk into a room of people in gray and black, it's a little bit difficult to walk in and 5 different colors on. So we're trying to maybe introduce 2 or 3 colors a season, not 100. Spring was probably the most neutral collection we've ever done, probably the most minimal collection. We took all the patterning down almost to a logo shape. There'd be a circle on a sweater or a square on a sweater, but as opposed to 20 circles on a sweater, there'd be 1. Maybe it was smaller.
I see this.
Right, this is
this
this
an
is
example?
black on black.
It's very
Understated.
subtle for you.
It is very subtle.
I love your runway shows because they're always kind of wacky. Because there'll be guys with like socks and just underwear on.
Right. I think it's sort of charming, and I like guys who are a little bit awkward. I don't respond so well sometimes to people that are head to toe in some sleek, designer label. I like to see a little bit more of the person's personality, I think.
I have to say, menswear can be a little boring. Like, I do go to the shows, and your shows is one of the highlights, that I like to see because it's a little different. Yeah, I mean, I'm just really tired of men. You see them on the street, plain brown suits, gray suits, black suits. I mean, I want fun. I think men should, be fun. Gerard, don't you agree? Yeah, he's, into it. Except he's wearing jeans today.
Jeans and a blue shirt.
Really. We're gonna have to get him some Jean Meyer. So I just think, it's the time now.
I mean, there's always hope, but I don't know. I think men are afraid to show their vulnerability. I think they're into this thing of looking powerful or blending in.
I love to see a man cry.
Yeah,
let
exactly.
it all hang out. Why
exactly,
not?
because we know they do.
I rarely see that, but yeah, they do.
Sure.
When I torture them and hang them upside down, of course they whine. They whine. They whine. They don't cry. But what about women? Women buy your stuff.
Women buy a lot of our clothes, actually. Yeah. I started as a women's wear designer, and we're thinking about doing women's in another year or so.
I didn't know you started as a women's wear designer.
I was Jeffrey Bean's design assistant for 11 years, and then me and my partner Kevin Ryan had a women's made-to-order collection, very early 90s.
I'm loving this shirt over there that my eye keeps going to. It has glitter.
They're sequins, actually.
Sequins.
Yeah.
Men in sequins. See, that is my dream come true. Now, if I could meet the man, who bought that shirt?
Those actually sold very well.
Do you have any customer lists? Because I need to go out with the man who bought that shirt.
It just catches the light a little bit, yeah.
Well, I think it's exciting. I think your stuff is exciting.
Thank you.
I'm ready for more. Jean Meyer. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I love that guy, Jean Meyer. It's okay, you guys can go. Thank you. See, we're very friendly here. I love Jean. Now we're gonna head all the way downtown to a jewel box of an antique store called Casita and meet a guy named Jack. And if you love antiques, you're gonna love this store. So, taxi, please. We're rolling, we're heading downtown to one of my favorite antique stores. But don't tell anybody, because then everybody will be shopping there and there won't be any good stuff left. Okay, Gerard, you know what? You can film some lovely New York City footage now, okay? Ooh, we're here. Casita, my favorite antique store. Knock. Jack, I see something that I want already. Look at that little footstool. I love it.
And it matches things in your house.
I know.
Same color.
French.
Beautiful fabric.
French.
This is French, Louis XVI style, turn of the century. And it has a beautiful toile fabric on it.
Well, I love this store because I love antique French, Louis XV, XVI, and you kind of specialize in that.
Mostly provincial, some painted pieces. I think my favorite period is Directoire. And
what's Directoire? I don't know.
Well, Directoire is a very little period that lasted really only 5 years between the end of the Louis XVI, after the
Head
after the head chopping
episode.
thing, and until the Empire. So it's a very short period, and the things that were made then were a little bit simpler than the Louis XVI, which was a little bit more ornate. And of course, in the Empire, it became very ornate. These are Directoire.
This.
The tables are Directoire.
Now, my eyeball was actually looking at this clock. Can you get that, Gerard?
That little clock is a Louis XV style clock made by Tiffany and Company in France around the turn of the century. And it's called the Rocaille style because it's sort of very curvy and it has a lot of leaves and organic looking things that they call Rocaille.
Well, I always get an education when I come here, but how do I know when something is like the style of Louis XV, XVI, or really from that period? How do you know that?
Well, you have to trust the person
who's selling it to you.
Who's selling it to you.
What are we sitting on?
This is a Directoire style day bed and painted, probably made about 1880.
Hello, you can come in. A customer. You buying something today? Did you bring your credit card today? Well, good.
I always have my credit card.
We have pressure here. Where is the credit card? What pieces are you picking? Make sure I don't want them first. This is a chess
game
board.
table. This is a chessboard on the top, and it turns
Ooh.
and flips over, and it becomes a card table.
Wow.
Beautiful inlay. It's walnut. This is Louis XV style armoire, 19th century, from Normandy. This is stained oak, and I have some toile bedspreads in here, and beautiful silk bedspreads, and
Beautiful.
You know.
I like the carvings.
oh, the carving is beautiful. This is pre-machine. I mean, this is all done by hand.
Jack, I'm loving this little chair. Can I put my big booty in that?
I think that you probably could. This is not what people think sometimes is a model's chair. Those were made in the 18th century, and they're very, very expensive and really hard to find. This one is about 1890. The carving is all done by hand, and it's really exquisite carving. And I'm very lucky to find it. This is a commode, or a chest of drawers, fruit wood, made in the provinces, and it's about 1780.
Wow,
And
that's old.
It's old, yeah, it's beautiful. I think I store my light bulbs in here, but you can see the construction on the side, how it's all dovetailed by hand.
And this would be like an investment piece. I mean, it's something that you can hand down. All of your furniture, you can hand
Oh,
down
sure.
from generation to generation. Look. Now, like, how glamorous do I look? I could sit here, have my chihuahuas up here, Jack. Okay? I can be reading.
This is called a veilleuse.
A veilleuse.
It's a very unusual piece of furniture because it has one end higher than the other end, and it has a back. And if you look at it, it looks like the shape of a peanut.
A peanut?
Well, because it's a
Oh.
little, it goes in the center and it comes out on the ends. Well, in your chateau, you'll have rooms like this.
Yes, my chateau. I need one of those. I'm working on it. Well, I think that we have to cut because I think I might want to do some shopping. So, thank you, Jack. And I brought my credit card. And
Oh, thank you, Laura.
I'm gonna be schlepping out of here like truckloads of stuff. Give me a kiss. Wow, guys, my big problem today is everywhere I go, I want to buy something. How about those antiques at Jack's? Love them, don't you? Well, now we're going to meet one of the hottest designers around, Mark Bauer. His clientele includes everyone from Halle Berry to Whitney Houston to Shania Twain. And hey, maybe me. So come on. Guess who I bumped into? Party maven, shopaholic, Denise Rich. Were you shopping at Mark Bauer wildly today?
Yes. Oh my God, I went crazy because I'm really addicted to Mark Bauer. He's the designer of the year 2000. He's amazing because his colors are so vibrant, and the most important thing is he knows how to make you look hip and sexy. And what's just amazing about his clothes is that every woman is different, so he knows how to fit his clothes just to your body so that you really look fabulous.
Your clothing is very sexy. It makes a woman feel like a woman.
Women have always been such a strong influence in my life. Not only my mom, but I was always friends with the girls at school, never the guys. I love celebrating a woman's body. You know, I love the shape of breasts. I love tiny waists. I love curvy hips. I love butts. I love long legs. I just love femininity and the sexiness of a woman and when she's in great shape. It's a beautiful image.
But your dresses give a woman a great shape also. I mean, you have to be in good shape, but they kind of hug you in the right places
Yeah.
to give you more of a waist.
Well, you know, a really good dress needs to support a woman in exactly the right places and then kind of let her go in others and then come back.
Okay, you have Halle Berry, Whitney Houston, Shania Twain.
Love Shania. Just did,
Toni Braxton.
Yeah.
You did? Would you just say Shania?
No, I just did 2 videos with Shania. The From This Moment On, which I think is very close to being the #1 song in the country right now, and That Don't Impress Me, which is going to be, it'll be on VH1 I think in a week or so. And then we're doing another one in January called Man, I Feel Like a Woman, which is all about fashion. It's going to be great.
And how about Goldie Hawn? You made that
Goldie Hawn, yeah.
You made that gold bodysuit.
Yeah, Goldie Hawn, what a great body. Yeah.
How old is she? Like 50 something? You know, it's an inspiration to see women that can wear your dresses that are, you know, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, that they look good in it. Okay, how do you get these amazing women, Shania Twain, Halle Berry, Whitney Houston, Michelle Kwan, Denise Rich, how do you get these women as clientele?
I'm fortunate enough that these women seek me out, you know, so they like the kind of clothes that they see being worn by other people, and you know, they call me up. It's great. It's exciting.
Who would you love to dress that you haven't yet? If they're watching this, tell them who.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
You do custom.
We do a lot of custom too, yeah. Well,
So-
certain celebrities, you know, want special things or require special things. Well, what happens is we encourage them to wear the collection because we spend all our time and effort making those clothes and they're geared for those people. But there are certain things where, like a video, where it'll be a story, so you then take things from the collection and you refabricate them or change them slightly. So that's sort of the custom work that we do. And then, of course, for the very, very wealthy woman who wants something absolutely special, haute couture will do something, you know, from scratch.
Well, that's me.
That's
Couture
you.
Lauren Izersky. Thank you, Mark Bauer. And maybe I'll just try some stuff on. I don't know.
Definitely.
So see you later. Bye. You guys that are watching the show are in for a really big treat. Now we're going to meet Amy Goodart, choreographer, dancer, costume designer, and real New Yorker. You'll see what I mean when you meet her. I'm sitting here coolly, calmly, and very collected with Amy Goodart, but not for long. It's not going to be this calm for long.
Not at all.
Now, tell me what you're wearing.
Well, I'm wearing, I'll stand up because it's really not a sitting dress. I'm wearing the Dragon Lady dress that I designed for the show Sin. And that's just a little...
It's a little something she just whipped together.
A little something I just whipped together. My favorite thing actually is the red lining because it's very kind of Dracula. It's very villainous.
You do a little bit of everything. Now, where do you perform?
All over. I mean, with my dance company and other shows we've done, like off-Broadway shows, and we've done reviews just at every nightclub, cabaret house.
So what's your latest project that we should be looking out for you? Movies, commercials?
All of the above. I just finished a film called Zoo, which I played a very perverted pathologist. And it's a movie about a serial killer as well as about bestiality. And it's a great film. Deborah Harry's in it, David Carradine. And basically the two big shows that I'm doing is a musical called Sin that I'm producing, directing, choreographing, wrote, collaborating with Rick Applegate on music. He's composing and I'm writing songs with him. And that's going to be a big deal. It's going to be like a full Broadway scale musical.
Wow. And where is it? Is it on Broadway or a little bit off Broadway?
Right now it's being shopped to investors, so we're looking for doing it in Broadway. People are over the shock value thing, but people still try to do shock value in New York. And what I've found is when I do shows, I don't have to do, ooh, sexy, let me nail an iron through my tongue, whatever they do on stage, let me pierce everything I have. The thing that is shocking nowadays is production value. You know, when I show them gorgeous rhinestone showgirls coming down spiral staircases on trapezes, headdresses and stuff. That's what's shocking because it's so
New and refreshing.
And so glamorous.
But
Yeah.
yet it's been Florence Ziegfeld.
But it's been done since Ziegfeld, since Josephine Baker in Paris. I've always loved old Hollywood movies and musicals, and I've always tried to find some way to make an MGM musical from the 50s work on stage in the 90s.
Girls, I love this. So, what are your day jobs? You, what do you do?
I'm an art director.
Wow, do you wear that to work?
Sometimes.
How about you?
I'm a meter maid.
Ooh, give a lot of tickets?
All the time. That's all I do.
Meryl.
I'm finishing my master's degree at NYU in educational theater.
Brainiac.
My name is Alexandra, and I have actually 5 day jobs.
5 days?
All of them are part-time.
I do a lot of freelance work in fashion, and I do dancing.
Oh, me? Oh, I'm a stay-at-home mom.
I think we need to have like cocktails and a party now, guys. What do you think? Well, I want to thank all of you. Let's go in a line, girls. Let me get in the middle. I need a costume. So go down and say your names, everybody.
Oh, I'm Amy Goodart.
I'm Shelley Baum. Jordana.
Lauren.
Meryl.
Alexandra.
Andrea.
And Tia.
And woo! I want to thank all of you for joining me this week on Behind the Velvet Ropes, and come back next week for more girls and fashion. Whatever.